What's up, guys? This is going to be a UFC video. It's going to be on the UFC Fight Night 95 card, CYBORG versus LANSBERG. Don't got time to pretty much break down the fights for you guys as I would like, so it's going to be a kind of like a quick pick type of video. So yeah, sorry about that, guys. Just don't have time right now. Been working these 11-hour days, so yeah, I just don't got time. So let's go ahead and get started here right away. So Gregor versus Gregor Gillespie. Franca here is a finisher. Gillespie here also a finisher. On his stats, has knockouts and submissions. He's making his debut here. Gillespie here is a high-level wrestler. And Franca here seems to have good take on the fence, but for some reason I just think that Gillespie here is going to be able to get it done. I mean, he wants to take the fight down to the ground. You know, I think he's going to be able to get to the ground. You know, he's just too good of a wrestler. Franca does have good submissions, like I said. Also, you know, he is a finisher with both knockouts, obviously, and submissions. So, you know, this guy has finishing potential. But for some reason, I just think Gillespie here could probably get a decision win here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go ahead and go with Gregor Gillespie, and I think it's going to be a decision win here. And based on the odds, let's see how close they have it. They got Frank as a slight underdog, probably because they're fighting in Brazil. So that's obviously always a, you know, kind of like a scary thing, you know, when picking fights, because obviously I'm going for the American, but you know they're in Brazil, so they might just give it to the Brazilian here. Either way, I'm going to go ahead and go with Gregor Gillespie by decision. Next fight here, Vicente Luque against Hector Rubina. Rubina, not too good of a fighter. Luque here, really good. Just improving his, you know, his stand-up. Has good submissions. Overall, this guy's a really pretty good fighter. Rubina, a lot of people think this guy's probably the worst fighter in the UFC or close to it. So yeah, I'm pretty much gonna go ahead and you know, get on board with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick Luque, and I have him winning by, I think, a second round finish. I think it's gonna be a, let's go ahead and just say second round submission. So next pick, Patrick against Stevie Ray. Yeah, Stevie Ray here is a finisher, good power. Patrick here, Brazilian wrestler, good jiu-jitsu, strong guy, uses good takedowns. Stevie Ray hasn't been taken down yet in the UFC, but I think it's going to stop in this fight. Patrick, obviously, Brazilian, so you know, I'm going to go ahead and go with the Brazilian here on this one, guys. I think his takedowns are going to be a little bit too much for Stevie Ray. You know, he's pretty good with his takedowns. He gets you down. He can just, you know, control you, hold you down for a little bit, because, you know, he's a bigger guy here. Very good, impressive record there too, 13-1. Stevie Ray, you know, he hits hard, good fighter. He's on a win streak right now, but you know, Patrick here, he is the underdog, but I do give him a chance to win this fight, and yeah, I think he should be able to get it done. So I'm going with Patrick here, and I think it's gonna be either a decision or maybe a third round submission. To go ahead and just say Alan Patrick by decision. Next fight, Erick Silva against Luque and Chagas. I'm going to go ahead and pick Chagas here. Silva's let me down a few times, especially in that the fight against Taleb, where he got knocked out. I was really thinking Silva was going to be I was really thinking that Silva was going to be able to win that fight, but yeah, he couldn't win it. Messed around too much in the octagon and ended up getting clipped by Taleb. He's a good striker. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to go ahead and go with Chagas here. This guy hits hard. He's all his wins are by finish. Very impressive finisher. Good ground game. Not as good as Silva's, but decent enough. And yeah, I just think Silva's chin here, you know, I think he's a little bit chinny now. So I think if Chagas connects with a clean shot, head kick, or a nice clean punch, he's going to be able to hurt him, and I think he's going to be able to put him away. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Chagas to win this fight, and I think it's going to be a second round knockout for Chagas. Next fight here, Formiga against Dustin Ortiz. I'm going to go ahead and go with Formiga here, guys. This guy's jiu-jitsu is too good. Ortiz, he likes to wrestle. His stand-up's improving, but so was Formiga's. I just think Formiga's going to be able to somehow get this fight to the ground and work his jiu-jitsu, and if not in the stand-up, he's getting better. And yeah, I just see him winning this fight. I could see maybe a late submission here, maybe a second or third round submission for Formiga, or maybe just a decision. Both these guys are durable. So let's just go ahead and say third round sub Formiga. Next fight, Yahya against Tanaka here. Gonna go ahead and go with Rani Yahya. He's kind of very similar to the Ortiz fight, except Tanaka's also good on the ground with his jiu-jitsu and whatnot. He's younger, but Yahya is just way better on the ground overall, and I just see him, just taking it to the ground, working that ground game, and possibly getting a submission here. So I'm going to go to pick Yahya to win, and similar to the Formiga fight, I think it's going to be a third round submission. Next fight, Gilbert Burns against Michael Prazeres. Both these guys, I want to say kind of similar, but both of them not too good with their stand-up. Both of them like, taking people down and, working for submissions, or just, beating them up on the ground. Especially Prazeres here. This guy has, for sure, the weaker stand-up. I think Burns here is improving stand-up a lot more. Also, Burns here has pretty good jiu-jitsu. So, I think the jiu-jitsu advantage here is going to go to Burns. Takedowns would go to Prazeres, but the striking, I think I'm also going to give it to Burns here. So I'm going to go ahead and take Burns to win this fight. Let's see. I don't know if I see a finish here. Prazeres is pretty hard to finish. I don't think he's ever been finished. And, I mean, he has a really damn good record, too. 20-2. Could just be a decision. Let's just go ahead and just say, let's just go ahead and continue with my trend here. I'm going to go ahead and say Burns. You know what? Not third round submission. Let's go ahead and say second round submission. So Burns, second round submission. Moving on to the main card here, guys. We got Pepey against De La Torre. Pepey, a finisher, throws wild strikes, really nice triangles and whatnot off his back. Torre here, not too impressed by him. Takedown's only good on paper. Kind of chinny. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Pepey to win this fight. If this guy lands a clean shot, he could put away Torre here. So I'm going to go ahead and, or also Pepey, is on the ground with Torre. Torre takes him down. Pepey has those triangles, like I'm saying. He's really good off his back. He's super aggressive off his back, super aggressive on the feet. And I just see him being just way too aggressive, and I just see Pepey winning this fight. And I do see a finish. I think it's going to be a second round. Let's go ahead and say second round TKO. So second round knockout for Pepey. Santos against Spicely. Very easy fight to pick. Santos, super aggressive striker. That's a pretty clean tat he has in his chest there. I think that's a new tat. Anyways, this guy is a super good striker. Excellent head kicks. All about finishing people with his power. Spicely here, I've not seen too much from him, but I did see him get finished in his last fight against Sam Alvey. A lot of people said this guy was not a good fighter, and obviously he got finished really quick in that first round. I see it happening again here, except this time I think he's going to get knocked out. So Santos, first round knockout. Trinaldo versus Felder. Very close fight here. Kind of, could go either way. I mean, Trinaldo has the advantage here being in Brazil, but Felder here is younger. I would say has the better striking and also has more power. Takedowns go for Trinaldo. Trinaldo also has jiu-jitsu advantage. The output is very close on paper. It's a very close fight. I'm going to go ahead and just take Paul Felder here, guys. I just think he's going to really get done. He's on a 2-fight win streak. Trinaldo's on like a 6-fight win streak or something like that. But this guy's getting older. In his last fight against Medeiros, he got caught with a big shot. He was brawling a lot. If he tries to brawl with Felder, he's going to get knocked out. Felder is super aggressive. He has excellent multi-striking skills. And I just think he's going to be able to get it done. I know he's let me down in the past before, but I think he's going to come through this time. And I'm going to go ahead and take Paul Felder. And I don't know if I see a decision here. I think it might be a finish here, but I mean, more than likely it could be a decision win. But let's go ahead and just get a little risky here and say Felder to win by third round knockout. So Felder, third round knockout. Okay, now moving on here to the next fight. We got Big Country against Bigfoot. Yeah, very easy fight to pick. Bigfoot gets knocked out. His chin is pretty much all gone now. Uh, this guy gets touched one time and he's hurt. And yeah, he's fighting the wrong guy. The wrong guy for that. We got Big Country here who knocks people out. Excellent power in his right hand. I mean, he's become obviously very one-dimensional now with his just predicting that shot. Just throwing that overhand right. Very predictable there. But either way, Silva here striking defense is very poor. Like I said, his chin can't take that damage anymore. If Big Country lands that right hand, it's going to be over. If for some reason, I don't even know why this would go to the ground, but if it goes to the ground, Big Country is also really good on the ground. He has been recently, working on his wrestling game. I've been noticing he's using he's actually trying to put his jiu-jitsu to use, taking people down and whatnot, using his wrestling, maybe just trying to win by decision or some shit like that. But I know both these guys are friends, but Big Country needs a win. He needs a knockout. You got the perfect opponent to get knocked out here. Silva's about to leave the top 15 here after this fight. I just think Big Country lands that shot, and yeah, I think he's gonna put him away. So Big Country, first round knockout. Barao against Felipe Nover. Don't know too much about Nover, but apparently he has some good ground game here. But Barao here, I would say, has a superior ground game. Barao's former champion, throws a lot of strikes. Yeah, this guy's also a good finisher. I just see Barao winning this fight pretty much everywhere. Yeah, don't see much threats here from Felipe. Yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pick Barao here. And do I see a finish? I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to be, I think it's going to be a submission. Then again, Felipe Nover has some good submissions also, good ground game. I don't really see a knockout though for Barao for sure. I don't see a knockout here. I think it's gonna be let's go ahead and just say Barao by decision, guys. But I could also see a finish here in the third round. You know what? Let's go ahead and just say third round sub. So third round submission or Barao. Next fight here we got CYBORG versus Lina Landsberg. Yeah, another easy fight to pick here. I'm gonna go ahead and go with CYBORG. Yeah, she just has way too much power. Yeah, I would say she's the best female, MMA fighter ever. There's no one, I don't think there's anybody here that comes close. Then no one better put fucking Ronda Rousey, because yeah, she's not that good. Yeah, she was a champion or whatever, but yeah, we saw how that ended up being. Anyway, CYBORG here, yeah, she should be able to get this fight done. She has too much power. Her striking is super good. Landsberg also has good striking, but I don't think the power's there, and I think CYBORG has the power. CYBORG is also very durable, and I know she cut a lot of weight, but she has pretty much a whole day to recover from what it seems like. So yeah, she's gonna be fully rehydrated, gonna be weighing in at probably 160 something, or almost maybe even 170. So she's gonna be heavy, she's gonna be strong. This fight's not going to go to the ground. If it does, it's going to be just CYBORG going on top of her, pounding her out, and getting that first round finish. So yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and pick a CYBORG first round finish. Alright, guys, so that's it for my picks here. Let me know what you guys think about them. Like I said, this is kind of a quick pick video, but I do know a bit about some of these guys. Some of these guys not really. Like Nover, I don't know too much about him. But I can't really pick against Barao, man. This guy's a former world champion. Defense was a good matchup for him. Some guy with power. Nover here doesn't have that power, so yeah, I don't see that threat from Nover. Another guy I don't know too much about. Let's go ahead and just say maybe Stevie Ray. I don't know too much about that guy, but yeah, I seen Patrick fight. I seen he has the ways to win with those takedowns and holding you down. I think he wins I think he wins 2 rounds and gets that decision. Yeah, Gillespie here, this wrestling guy, super good wrestler. I think he's gonna find a way to win. I think he's gonna win. But yeah, guys, like I said, let me know what you guys think of my picks. Let me know what you guys think about these type of videos, quick picks, and I'll consider just doing them all for all the future videos, because like I said, work's been very hectic, and I don't know if this next week, I think there's gonna be fights next week. I'm not sure. But if there is, yeah, I'm probably gonna have to do another video like this. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about making a video like this, just quick picks, or do you guys want the breakdowns, you know, some more analysis? Yeah, you guys go ahead and let me know. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, and catch you guys on the next video.